What's up, y'all? Shuffle. And today's video is covering this Darkest Dungeon community update. This is very recent from Red Hook. They put it out a couple hours ago, so this is my first time looking at it and first time covering it. And so we're gonna get some initial impressions and stuff. This monster in the back looks kind of crazy, if I do say so myself. That is horrifying to look at. So first of all, what I do want to say is I'm very happy that they made a community update. I feel like this is what they should be doing pretty much monthly or weekly, even if they really wanted to. But I understand, depending on how fast things are made, that it could be monthly or something. But I'm happy with any communication. So thank you. Thank you for doing this. So this is May 31st. Greetings. We hope you're all enjoying the Barnacle Bleeds, Ordained Enemies, and Rolling Fog. Last update was pretty good. Our most recent update, The Shroud of the Deep, contained a massive amount of new content, mechanics, and quality of life improvements. Red Hook team had a lot of fun creating it. Nice. The Shroud Live, the team is catching the last bugs and introducing a few final improvements. We're also looking ahead to subsequent updates and want to communicate some adjustments to our production plan. Okay, this might be the roadmap. Okay. We've heard from you that more frequent updates are preferable, and we agree. Yes, awesome, thank you. Going forward, you can expect more frequent, smaller scope milestone releases. Amazing, I love hearing this. Consequently, our previous roadmap is no longer reflective of our production plan. Sadness. Maybe we'll get a new roadmap, but you know, I'm completely fine with this. I'd much rather get small, periodic updates than like massive game changes every few months. It's easier to keep interest for players in the game, I feel like, when it's constant. We've been following the discussions on Reddit and Discord keenly and auditing the game ourselves. In our assessments, there are three main areas of the game that require work and dedicated focus. We are assigning additional time and talent to three areas we believe are essential to creating a great game. Progression. The current XP unlock system is quite minimal and lacks enough meaningful choices. We have heard the community's desire for something more evocative of Hamlet-style upgrades and decisions, and this dovetails with our own internal vision. I don't know what dovetails kind of means is the word. Maybe that just means coincides. We're currently working on a complete overhaul of the progression system and look forward to sharing that with you. The new system provides a much stronger and compelling link between expeditions and is focused around an interesting hub through which you'll increase your capabilities and unlock new items. All these DD 1.5 fans that were, you know, screaming for this and that, maybe your time is coming. Who knows? I didn't like the Hamlet upgrade that much, in the first game. I didn't really care about that, but yeah. So it's still cool. I'm looking forward to seeing what this is. You know, I'll take whatever they give us. Relationships. They're currently not as engaging as afflictions in DD1. Knowing a relationship is headed in a positive or negative direction robs the reveal of its impact, and the amount of passive banner and frequent interruptions stemming from relationships can clog up the combat experience. True. Our goal with the next pass on the relationship system are to bring back some tension and surprise, add more meaningful choice into the system, make the benefits and drawbacks more active and tactical, less of a spectator sport. Cool. Remove some of the combat clutter and interruptions. These are all great things to hear. We believe that the central thesis of relationships evolving and impacting a party's capacity to survive the long journey remains highly compelling. We are excited to revise the system and to make the experience more active and engaging. This is great news. Let's see. Driving. DD2 is not a reflex-oriented driving game. The stagecoach sequences mirror the walking in DD1. This is true. I've been saying this, and people, you know, don't quite see the comparison. The only real difference is you don't get curios frequently. You know, it's kind of like going from room to room with nothing in between, but it is pretty much the same thing. But we recognize that the tensions of stumbling on a trap or the possibility of a blockage, ambush, etc. is missing from the current roadways. We will not seek to directly emulate the DD1 experience. There's definitely room to grow or for growth here. Good. Looking to add new decision-making layers to the driving sequences, which in turn open up new avenues to enhance the preparatory aspects of journeying. Awesome. Content. Our overall content scope remains largely unchanged, but as we noted on the previous roadmap, we will pivot as needed for the health of the game. In order to properly support initiatives above and create the richest possible experience, we are reprioritizing our content teams away from creating a new region and faction. Uh-oh. The number of people working hours going into DD2 remains identical. They're stressing this because a lot of people, when I'm assuming anyway, when companies or studios or whatever talk about working on something else or swapping priority, people just assume that like they're cutting corners and other stuff, and it's not the case. They're same work hours, same team. They're just moving them to different focuses, which is pretty normal in game development. But we're focusing on producing content that has the maximum possible run-to-run impact on the quality of the game. Environment art. Our team's been killing it, so I don't know what they could possibly be considering here. But instead of creating a new region's worth of world content, we're focusing the environment team on enriching our current set of regions with new horrific sites and route variation. Okay, this is good. Adding to existing regions will make repeated runs more interesting more often. Love the sound of that. Character scope. Monsters shared across multiple regions bring more value to run diversity, and as such, we have opted to refocus the character team away from another region-specific faction and towards new mini-bosses that can appear anywhere or everywhere. You can look forward to a massive 3-slot Cultist Exemplar, that's probably the thing at the top, the Return of the Collector, awesome, and a third Secret Threats. It's Abomination, I'm calling it now. Please, if I'm right, it's not a breach of NDA, I promise. I don't know what it is, I'm just... Like, we kind of assumed the Collector would come back as a mini-boss, and people have been saying, how would Abomination and Flagellant fit into the game? And people have been saying Wandering Mini-Boss since the idea came up, so I could see something like that. Or it could just be something new, who knows? Larger mini-bosses take longer to create, and in the case of the Collector, requires additional supporting characters. So, yeah, for those of you who don't know, in DD1, Collector summoned dead heroes, but he only had 3 of them. And they have to basically make new assets, new models, and it might be more than 3 different ones this time. So there's going to be a lot that I assume goes into this. The totality of this effort matches a faction of 6 to 7 normal units. So this is probably Collector can summon like 4 or 5 different heads. It will add more value to the game proper. True. TLDR. Really, this wasn't that long. The number of playable characters, final boss, and overall characters score production effort remains unchanged. What's next? Our next milestone will be Trinket Overhaul. Thank goodness, been looking forward to this. Trinkets are vital to so many parts of the game, and we recently dedicated extra resources towards improving them based upon the excellent feedback we've received from the community and also upon our own learnings from observing the game over these last months. After Trinkets, we will be reinforcing the Cultist faction with new units and a new home. I wonder what that means, like new node? Or... I'm not sure what that means. The Altar, Herald, and Exemplar mini-boss will grow the Cultist faction to its full size, and will give the Guardian location a facelift to match. Deacon not going to be the Guardian fight anymore? Following that, our progression overhaul will be rolled out. This is a big one, and the team is really excited about it. Also, as the series of Hero Path blog posts wrap up, we will be providing regular updates with commentary on behind the scenes development insights. Awesome. More information is good. Please note, anything not explicitly mentioned here can be assumed to be in production. Heroes, final bosses, story content, playable skins, pass, all that. Yeah, so they're really covering their own butts. Hold up. 1.0 launch February next year. Oh, that's good news. I hope they make that, dude, because it kind of felt like a spring launch was right. Like a fall launch this year would have been too soon with like the scope of the game, but a 1.0 in February, I could see that. And this is incredible news. This is amazing. So the revised roadmap favors more frequent updates and is in service of reaching a complete 1.0 in February 2023 on Epic Games Store and Steam. No mention of GOG. But yeah, console releases to follow. I get this question a lot. Will the game come to console? They've said they wanted it to, and because people don't cover this game as closely as I do usually, I assume. So one of the job postings they put out was a programmer that can put it on multiple ports or something. So that is emphasizing a console release. So I would not be surprised if this hits console maybe a year after this or within the year. Don't know. But coming up next, Trains Improvements, third hero path. Okay, hopefully they balance the current ones, but more paths are interesting. Is Wanderer just gonna get phased out? I don't think it should. I don't know. We'll have to see. But coming up next, Cultist Reinforcements. Oh, next. Cultist Reinforcements, new progression system, one new hero. So Milestone 3, the previous milestones are just out the window. But this kind of sounds like Milestone 3 anyway. This is probably what they've been working on. And then this is just something on the side that's coming. So that's cool. After that, Act 4, Confession Boss, Relationship Rework. Oh, this got pushed back. No, it's fine. Second hero, Collector Mini Boss, Driving Improvements. Third hero, Pets, Secret Mini Boss. Act 5, and content or hero origin skins playable, and more TM. Alright, awesome update. I love it. I love everything about it. This enemy looks insane. This is great news. Been needing more updates from them, and I'm glad they're talking to us more, so no complaints. Everything sounds great. I'm loving it. And of course, I'll be here to cover it. So if you enjoy the content, follow the channel, like the video, check out the links in the box, all that cool stuff. Join Discord, because we talk about it a lot there too. But that's it for this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.